Hello, this is Andy from Missing an Art, where I do art-related videos, mostly speed paint because I don't like to talk too much. So today I'm gonna share with you 5 digital drawing tips that help me improve my art. Let's get started. But before we continue, I would really appreciate it if you would like, share, comment, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything and it really helps me out a lot. Okay, let's go. Tip number 1, the fundamentals. Yes, there is no easy way around it. You just got to learn the fundamentals. It doesn't matter what you're drawing, either environment or people or objects or animals or plants. Everything has a structure, and you need to know how that structure is built in order for you to draw or build from that structure and make it bigger and better. So the fundamentals are basically gestures, anatomy, construction, composition, rendering, color theory, and perception and perspective. I needed to learn color theory and perspective a little more in depth because I wanted to use every color of the rainbow. Those art pieces were an eyesore, seriously. And also perspective, which is, some pieces are bigger when they are up front and things that are back are smaller and things like that helps a lot. So anyway, if you want to know more about the fundamentals, there's an artist called LilyV Art, and she did a video on fundamentals. It is simple, it is fun, and she explains it in a plain, anyone can understand it. Anyway, there's a link down below, you can go and watch it. Tip number 2, use reference. No, reference is not bad. You need reference because with references you build your knowledge base. So later on you don't need them anymore because you draw from your memory. But at the beginning you need them. So if you want to know how to draw a cat, you need to see a cat first so you know how it looks like. What kind of whiskers does it have? What kind of ears does it have? What kind of tail does it have? And what kind of breed of a cat it is? How long is the fur? You can't draw a cat out of memory if you don't have a memory of it. So using a reference is going to help you with that problem. Now, there is a catch when using references. Use multiple references for an art piece that you're doing. Why? Because if you just use just one, you can end up copying the whole freaking thing, and that would be stealing. So, just use multiple. I usually use 5 references. Like one artist does landscapes very lovely that I like, or one artist does the shading very lovely that I also like, or I love a color palette from another artist and I smush all those things together and make my own art, which is how you're supposed to do it. There's also a video here from Lucas. I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, so I apologize. Peinador. He did a video about using references like a pro, and you just have to watch it. It's awesome. Anyway, moving on. Tip number 3, practice daily. I know you're probably thinking I'm an idiot, I'm crazy, you can't draw every day. I'm not saying to draw 6 to 8 hours every day, just 15 to 30 minutes will do, and you don't have to make like completed pieces within those 15 to 30 minutes. Light sketches. Sketch for 15 to 30 minutes every day, and it's gonna help you improve a lot. It helped me also a lot, especially when it comes to drawing poses or eyes or lips, which I'm still not good at, or lines and line pressure. I still have to work on that. But anyways, what I would usually do is divide every day. Like one day I would draw poses, one day I would draw eyes, the other day I would draw lips and then environment, or I would just do simple lines and stuff like that. You know, rough sketches with a pencil on a piece of paper, or, you know, do it digitally. And also, do not forget to use the eraser. It is your friend, not the enemy. I used to think it was my enemy, so my sketches used to look like scrambles and I couldn't see what the hell I just drew. So, eraser is your friend and not the enemy. Remember that. It is important. Tip number 4. First, do a rough sketch, then draw the actual art piece. Now, usually I did not do sketches before I started drawing. I just went in and at the end, that was just a disaster. So, since I've been drawing daily for 15 to 30 minutes and doing light sketches, I learned how to, draw a rough sketch. And it's also good because if you're doing an art piece and you have a theme, doing a rough sketch of where all the pieces are gonna be and how the person or the object is gonna be turned, it's a good, building block. So you do first a light sketch to see how it's gonna look, and then you go in with the line art. And also remember that your rough sketch is not a rule that you need to follow. Usually when at the beginning when I was doing rough sketches, I would kind of follow those sketches with my line art and not tweak or correct any of the mistakes that I did in the sketch, so the final art piece would still be a bit off or wrong. So yeah, don't do that. When you do line art from a sketch, you are allowed to change it, to tweak it, to perfect it. Okay, moving on. Tip number 5. Don't be afraid to experiment. Art is all about fun, it's about experimentation, it's about challenging yourself and not to be frustrated. So if you feel you're frustrated with a piece that you're doing, walk away. Seriously, right now, drop everything, walk away, leave it for a day or 2 or a week, and then come back to it. Art is fun. You should have fun when you're drawing, and if it turns out your masterpiece, great, you did a great job. If not, you still can learn from it and, just throw it away. Delete it. Okay, anyway, this is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed my 5 simple tips that basically are not any different, but they helped me a lot. So if this helps anybody else with their art or art journey, that's okay with me. Anyway, I will see you next time. Bye.